Dear candidates, yeah, you know that the interviews are going on for the assistant engineer post in Karnataka PWD. Nearly about 1974 candidates are appearing for interview, right from say November 7th and goes on up to 6th January. Around maybe around more than 650 posts are there, and you know that you have already qualified in into and have got in the written test, and you might have got the marks, but you have to perform well in the interview. So you cannot be complacent that now I got some 200 marks out of 400, or some other students might have got 180 marks out of 200. But a student who prepares well for the interview and has and who secures around 30 marks in the interview, so his score maybe 180 in written test and 30 in the interview, so maybe 210. Total marks is 210. Maybe he may be well little above the cutoff or maybe below the cutoff marks. But a student who doesn't prepare well for the interview and goes and tries for the interview, and though he has got 190 marks, he may land up with getting 20 marks and he scores 210 marks, which may be less than the student who has got total 220 230 marks. So the interview is very important for you, and you have to prepare well for the interview. So go in time, go one day in advance, see the place where the interviews are going on. On the day of the interview, you please be in the time, be on the time. Say maybe your 10 o'clock interview starts, you be there by 8:30. See how the schedule is will be. What are the notices that are put on the say maybe for the interviews, some rules and regulations. So first there will be a document verification. See to that you bring all the documents in originals, and no objection certificate if you are working in a government department. Maybe after the document verification you will be called at the particular time into the interview room. So there will be the interview panel members, maybe two KPSC members, and maybe one or two technical interviewer who ask only technical questions. And then you have to come casually, don't show your attitude, come sit properly, introduce yourself and give the self introduction. Sometimes I find that you give, say, I am Rajesh, I am from Belgavi, just I studied in yes, say, like I studied in this college, and you end up have the self introductions. So don't expect the interviewer to ask you to tell about your family or something like that. So you have to completely give the details about you and your family. Then there will be some questions on the place where you live, and what are the tourist attractions, and all these details about the place where you live, and also the dam projects that are nearby, and you should know about the rivers and its tributaries. And finally there will be a technical interview for about 10 minutes. So this is how it is panning. This interview will span for about say 30 minutes, you can say. And however, do well in the interview, and hope you will get qualified by excelling well in the interviews. However, I have prepared some interview guidance and the tips, and all these details have been given in my website. You can go for the you can go to the website, click for the details, and just go through all the dam projects, rivers, and technical questions. There are the around 100, more than 100 into questions that have been prepared quite carefully. So okay, then see to that you go through all this. These questions are not they may be the same questions may not be asked also. It's just a guidance for you. So you, on these lines, you have to prepare some other topics and also some other questions. Thank you very much.